Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my first Halloween movie marathon after party. So, since it's after Halloween, I decided that I was still gonna do like two more movie reviews based around horror movies. and the first and the first one I decided to do it on was Saw 2. So I'm back to wearing my Saw t-shirt like I was for the first review. And this is the only time that I'm gonna be reviewing a sequel. Because I promised that I was gonna review the second film, because I like this one actually more than the original. So getting right into it, I thought that the second movie just topped the first in every way. Um, as much as it's talked about with sequels doing better than the originals, like The Empire Strikes Back or Terminator 2, like I don't think it's that big of an exaggeration to say that like Saw 2 kind of like tops almost everything that the first movie did. Like it takes the bathroom premise and it turns it into an entire house with the gas house, instead of like two victims that you follow. Like you follow an entire group of people who get picked off one by one with each trap. The traps are bigger and cooler. The kills are better. The story overall, I think, is better. Like we actually get to see Jigsaw in all his glory, and you get an entire and the whole backstory on Jigsaw, like having cancer and wanting to commit suicide. Um, you got a cooler protagonist, in my opinion, with Donnie Wahlberg's character, Eric Matthews, I believe his name is, and you got some returning characters with Allison Carey, I believe, and Detective Rig, where they show up for like small amounts of screen time in this film, but it's still impactful, especially when you get into the sequels where they appear more. um, and I know that I'm just firing off right now, so like there's not a lot that I can really talk about, because like I mean we've all seen the movie, so like but basically Saw 2 just tops the first one in every way. It just goes bigger, bolder, bloodier, of course. Um, to me, some of the most memorable scenes of the franchise are in this second film. I think that I think the first twist is even more badass than the original one, which I know is a bold statement to say. Like the whole twist that the gas house game had already taken place, and what was happening coinciding with Eric Matthews interrogating Jigsaw was just a recording the whole time. And to see that after Eric was like slowly losing his mind to the point where like he was beating Jigsaw nearly to death, and yet Jigsaw was still like holding all the cards and taunting him. That just made the whole sequence even better. And like even the subtle details of when like Hello Zep starts playing, and it goes back to what Jigsaw was saying, was like uh, going back to what he was saying about like you have to play by the rules and you will see your son again. Like if you just sit here and talk with me for an excuse me, if you just sit here for an hour and talk with me, you will see your son again. Like your son is in a safe place. And then like immediately at the end, it shows the safe open that was right next to Jigsaw, and Eric Matthews' son is in there. Like honestly, this was the best. I still think that this twist was better than the original one, and that might be a controversial thing, but that's just my opinion. The only part that I was a little bit iffy on or didn't care for was the second twist in this film, and that was that Amanda Young was Jigsaw's apprentice the whole time. And there was just, I don't know, just to me there were way too many things that that happened in the gas house that were actually left up to chance. I know that Jigsaw said that oh yeah, she was there to mostly monitor, to make sure that the games were played, but uh, but in the end, it was all up to it was all up to the victims on what choices they made, and but then I always keep rethinking about how that one guy Xavier, who was basically sort of like the physical antagonist in the gas house, he just throws Amanda into the needle pit, and I don't know. I feel like Jigsaw just rolled the dice on that one. Like because he had to have known that someone would try to break the rules, and potentially he could have lost his apprentice. So I don't know. So that's one thing, and two, I mean, they had Amanda Young come back even after she had already been tested, and I mean, I know we were only two movies in, but I don't. But up until then, no one had been tested twice. So I don't know. I've compared to the twist that the Gas House game happened earlier, and what the detectives were seeing was just a recording. I feel like the twist about Amanda Young being John Kramer's apprentice was weaker, but that's just my opinion. Um, and just to close this out, despite my thoughts on that ending, I still think that this movie is fantastic. It's a great sequel. It's in a lot of ways superior to the original film, and well, you know what they say: if it's Halloween, it must be Saw. But that's it for this review, and I'll come back tomorrow for one last after party horror movie review. Good night, everyone.